Good morning. Welcome to the regular meeting of City Council on Tuesday, June 11, 2024. Would the clerk please take the roll?
Mr. Charland, Mr. Coghill, Ms. Gross, Mr. Mosley,
Here.
Mrs. Keel-Smith,
Here.
Mrs. Strasburger,
Here.
Mrs. Warwick,
Here.
Mr. Wilson, Mr. Lavelle, President.
Here.
5 members present.
Thank you. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Remain standing for a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Our next order of business is to amend the agenda. Is there a motion to amend?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. The next order of business is proclamations. We'll begin with Councilman Mosley.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Can the Obama baseball team come up and coaches?
You know where that coach came from, right?
Oh, where did the coach come?
District 2,
Okay.
Sheridan.
How you doing, Jeff?
Oh, they were nice, you know.
Good to see you, Jeff. What's up for that? I'm truly honored to be here today to present this proclamation to the city championship, Obama Eagles. As many of you know, I've coached a lot of baseball over the last decade. Actually, one of my former players, Caleb Myers, is up here, so I could take a little bit of credit for your successes. I've been coaching you since you were about 6-7 years old. But Pittsburgh has a rich baseball tradition. I know over about the last 30 years or so, the Pirates, get, and oftentimes some valid criticism, about the product that they put on the field. But I think that shouldn't get in the way of the fact that, Pittsburgh, has one of the greatest baseball traditions of any American city, going back to the great Barney Dreyfuss, a Jewish German immigrant that came to Pittsburgh and fell in love with baseball and built Forbes Field, the first modern stadium ever built in the history of this country, and invented the World Series in 1903, where we played in the first World Series, as well as our great black baseball tradition with the Negro Leagues, the Homestead Grays, the Pittsburgh Crawfords, and very recently, and rightfully so, Major League Baseball is now including those great player statistics in the official statistics of professional baseball. And Pittsburgh has always been at the center, of baseball here in America. So, carrying on the tradition, we have the Obama Eagles. I will read this proclamation and present it to the team. So whereas the Barack Obama Academy for International Studies, with a 10-7 record, won the 2024 City League Baseball Championship, which was their second title in the school's history, and whereas the Obama Eagles capped off their successful season by winning the school's first ever state playoff game in a thrilling 3-1 victory over Du Bois, before a hard-fought 5-1 defeat to Hollidaysburg in the District 689 Class 5 sub-regional game, and whereas 6 members of the Obama Eagles made the 2024 Pittsburgh Hardball Academy City League All-Star Team, outfielder Clark Eman, catcher Roman Gray, outfielder Chad Helwich, pitcher James Lizecki, also one of my former players, infielder Simon Moak, and outfielder Caleb Myers. And whereas the team led by the coaching staff of Coach Helterbrand, assistant coaches Helterbrand and Joe Eman, and whereas the team comprised of the following players: seniors Captain Chad Helwich, Simon Moak, Miles Randall, Evan Allen, Dylan Keel, juniors Captain Clark Eman, Byron Clark, Marcus Gonzalez-Roberts, Reese Yanders, sophomores Roman Gray, Elijah Rawlings, Caleb Myers, freshmen James Lizecki, Braylon Johnson, Emerson Baller, and now therefore it be resolved that the Council of the City of Pittsburgh does hereby recognize and congratulate the Obama Eagles on their championship season, and be it further resolved that the Council of the City of Pittsburgh does hereby declare Tuesday, June 11th, 2024, to be a Obama Academy Eagles Baseball Team Day in the City of Pittsburgh.
May we have a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Congratulations.
Would like to thank Councilman Mosley very much for this honor. We had a really great season this year. The team that beat us is in the state finals right now, so we were very close to being there ourselves, and we plan on being back over and over again. So thank you, the council. Thank you to Councilman Mosley, and thank you for being here, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Did any of the players or the captains or anybody want to say anything?
Clark? Yeah, both of you guys come and say.
Say a few words. Say a few words.
All right. Hi, my name is Chad Howick. It's a great pleasure to be here today. Thank you guys for having us. Thank you.
I'm Clark Eamon. Thank you to everyone who came here today. It's a real honor. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Now we'll take a photo. Can my fellow members come up for a photo?
Everybody in my district.
I need a reminder. Here's your phone. On the major leagues.
Thanks, Rick.
And Councilwoman Smith?
Thank you.
Two of the kids I coach for on that team. The one is a freshman. He's in finals. He couldn't.
I'm assuming these are yours. Will Kurt Huber please come forward? Kurt? Hi. As I mentioned, since I've been chairing city parks, I'm going to try to acknowledge the workers and employees that do so much for the city of Pittsburgh on every single day, and don't always do it with any accolades or acknowledgments. Come over. I just want to make sure that we acknowledge those who do. So every chance I get, I'm going to acknowledge someone from there. Kurt Huber is a lifelong resident of the city of Pittsburgh, growing up with his parents and two siblings at Ream Pool, which is closed this year, Ream Pool and Recreation Center in Mount Washington. We'll talk about that in a second. At a time when the city of Pittsburgh had caretakers living on site. And whereas Kurt began with the city of Pittsburgh as a part-time employee as a basket boy at Beachview Pool and became a lifeguard in 1973 while in high school. Since then, Kurt moved up the ranks and is currently the aquatics coordinator handling the maintenance of all city pools. Oh, we're really going to talk. And whereas, what a timing, what time. And whereas Mr. Huber's father Elmer Huber was the first City of Pittsburgh's pool supervisor in the early 50s and started with his first City Pools Division in 1972. He created the BioGuarding Certificate Program with Allegheny County, which Kurt now operates. And whereas Mr. Huber has over 20 years' experience providing bacterial analysis of the city pools and over 15 years of designing filtration systems for the city pools, exceeding his father in years of service to the city of Pittsburgh in the aquatics division. And whereas he has a total of 51 years in the city of Pittsburgh, wow, I can't even imagine, and continues to help residents and patrons of city pools remain safe. And whereas Kurt and his wife, Nancy, have raised 2 daughters and now have 3 grandchildren, Casey, Alicia, and Cameron, with whom he enjoys. And now therefore be it resolved that the Council of the City of Pittsburgh does hereby recognize and commend Kurt Huber for his years of service to the City of Pittsburgh. And be it further resolved that the Council of the City of Pittsburgh does hereby declare Tuesday, June 11th, 2024 to be Kurt Huber Day in the City of Pittsburgh.
May we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Congratulations.
Oh, he's still in chat. Okay, he's still in Mount Washington. We're going to come up and say, no, we're really going to get on you. Just going to say a few words and then we're going to let...
All I can tell you guys is it's been one hell of a journey, and I hope it continues. And thank you again.
Thank you. Somebody say something.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Luann Horan, Assistant Director in Parks and Recreation. It is my honor and pleasure to be here to be able to honor Kurt today. 50 years of service, over 50 years. Kurt is your person who's maintained our city pools and kept them operational with very little staff. His knowledge is unsurpassed. His talent is amazing. It's only been his father and Kurt that have taken care of the city operation and maintenance of our pools. So that's my honor of being here for Kurt today to honor him. And with me and with Kurt are our other staff persons who are going to be just as honored as well, because Shelley is here. She does all the lifeguards, and Zach is also here. He works with Kurt very closely, and he assists him, and they've been with us for a while now too. So I am so thankful. We all should be thankful that we have Kurt working for the city all these years to maintain the city swimming pools. So thank you, Kurt, so much. Thank you for honoring him personally.
Thank you for the Bloomfield pool. Got the Bloomfield pool back open this year. Huge, yes. Hi, my name is Shelley Terlecki, and I am the aquatics manager for City Parks. I have had the pleasure of working with Kurt for over 30 years now, so we have a long history together. I consider him to be part of my family. He is one of the most dedicated employees that I have seen that have worked for the city. He has grown up in pools, and he has made it his life journey to operate these facilities. As many of you know, a lot of these facilities are like 40 to 50 plus years old, so it is no easy task to keep maintaining them, but he never backs away from a challenge, and no matter what it takes, maybe a little duct tape, bubble gum, some pencils, he makes it work, and he gets these pools open for the residents to enjoy at all costs. So it has truly been my pleasure working with Kurt. His humor has brought a lot of joy to our division. His quirky jokes and sense of humor, for those of you that know him, has made a lot of our days more pleasurable on those rough days during the summer season. But I appreciate everything that you do, and I'm excited to be celebrating today for Kurt. And he is an important part of our team and also my family. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I just want to echo everything that Shelley said is absolutely true about Kurt. The first time I met him, he took me back into his laboratory, we'll call it that, his workspace, to show me how the chlorine works in the system. And what I appreciate about him is that he truly has a passion for this. He grew up in our pools. He's still at our pools making them work every day. And for me, joining the city team, he didn't want me just to kind of run the pools. He truly wanted me to understand what it means and why we do the things we do the way we do them. So I always remember that because we spent some good time back there, and I left there feeling like, wow, like more people should learn about how this works, and also that this is a person who's truly lives our pools and knows them well and is one of the main reasons we're able to get these pools open. So I appreciate you and all your years of service. I'm glad that I've gotten to know you over the years, and I'll also say that he's continued to also bring education everywhere he goes when he talks about the work that he does because he truly loves it. And I think that's really special. So congratulations, Kurt, for this recognition. And thank you for just being an important part of our team. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Zachary Coleman. I'm the operations coordinator for city swimming pools. And I just want to say that I learned a lot from this man here over the last 20 years. I could honestly tell you that when most people would have closed the pool, he found a way to keep it going. He taught me how to fix things on a fly, do whatever you have to do to keep the pool open. I've seen this man fix a pool with a pencil and a rubber glove. So I definitely learned a lot from him over the years, and I appreciate this day for him. I'm sure he enjoys it, and thank you very much. Thanks.
All members want to come up for the photo? I'm going to keep quiet because this is his day, but boy, I have a lot to say about the pools. I'll wait till after. No. He does a great job. I'm not saying any reason he's closed because of him. Open your prop for the picture. Two pools closed. Oh my gosh. I do want to say Shelley Terlecki also hired my son when he was a lifeguard, back before I was elected. Now can we have Jackie Robinson and family and crew all come forward? I've known Jackie for so many years, and I don't even remember how many years it's been. I've known her for a long time. She's always been doing so much for the community and so much for the kids. Loves softball.
I don't really know much about.
And one of the things I have to say is she just recently played in a Legends game where the people that used to coach played ball. She just had 2 knee replacements. She got on base and she was out, and they told her she's out. She says, "I'm not going anywhere," and she didn't move. she was like, she's not going through it again. Let's see, Chrissy Jameson. And if you know the Jameson family, we did a day for the Jamesons. Some of them are here too. And Nick Jameson works for DPW, but he also runs one of our athletic associations. And her husband got us involved. They got us involved. And we had meetings at Jackie's house. Do you remember that? Okay. Whereas Jackie Robinson was born to Rosalie Rosalie Musico, and the late John Jack Peter Hirschfeld. Grew up in Elliott and was an avid sports enthusiast. In the early 70s, she played softball with the Elliott Athletic Association, later named Elliott West End Athletic Association. On June 11, 1982, she married William Bill Robinson, and together they raised 3 children, Jason, Jacqueline, and Jay. And whereas Jackie was active in her children's activities and was involved in the parent organization at St. Margaret's of Scotland Elementary School, she began coaching softball for Westwood Oakwood Recreation Association, later named Westwood Oakwood Athletic Association, and later became the commissioner of the girls' softball. That's when I met her. She stayed with the Athletic Association for nearly 10 years. She credits much of her success to John and Louise Jameson, who were the president and vice president of WOAA at the time. And whereas when her children attended Bishop Canevin High School, she coached the bowling team for 18 years with a wonderful volunteer staff. And even after her children graduated, she continued coaching because she loved her love for the kids. During her time at Canevin, she always made sure to include the special needs children from the St. Anthony's program. And whereas more recently, Jackie volunteered with Save a Life Today Pittsburgh and Sister Mary and attends community meetings. She continues to support the WOAA and recently played with the other legends during their 60th anniversary celebration held at Westwood Field. And whereas Jackie has 3 grandchildren, Brielle, Blaze, and Jackson, and tries to attend all of her grandchildren's events. Her children have followed in her footsteps as Jason coaches both baseball and softball. Jacqueline participated in coaching when her son was young, and Jay has his mother's big heart rescuing animals, and he owns his own business. And whereas Jackie and her husband Bill reside in Westwood, and the Westwood neighborhood of Pittsburgh, and are celebrating 42 years of marriage, dear Lord. And now therefore be it resolved that the Council of the City of Pittsburgh does hereby recognize Jackie Robinson for her contributions she has made through youth sports and her community. And be it further resolved that the Council of the City of Pittsburgh does hereby declare June 11th, 2024 to be Jackie Robinson Day in the City of Pittsburgh.
Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
All in favor, say aye.
Second.
Congratulations.
Want to say a few words? Come on. Don't act like you're speechless.
Normally, I do not need a mic. Everybody
No, she
says
doesn't.
they hear me before they see me. All I want to do is say thank you, Teresa.
And you enjoyed it.
And I enjoyed it. And that's my sister Joy.
The talker.
But I would just like to thank my children for being who they are, and my grandchildren for being who they are. I love everybody. That's it. Oh, and today is our anniversary, so I hope someone's taking me out.
Yeah, it is today. Oh, I didn't know.
Ironic.
I didn't know. Anybody else want to say a few words?
No, you did a good job. You know, all of them involved.
You said it all.
You said it all, Teresa. There's not
Okay.
much to say.
All right, we're going to take a photo then.
You did very good. Okay, Jason, that's one other thing.
Good job.
We didn't get it right. We didn't get it right.
You're on selfie. Yeah, okay.
And she also goes to Daytona Beach Bike Week.
That was 10 years ago.
It takes longer when we all go up.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Sometimes.
You're welcome. Get out of this.
Don't make me cry.
They got their, I'm sorry, they got those knees done. Because look at me.
One more to go.
Wait, you didn't do the hip. Yours was
No.
Bobby's was the hip.
Bobby's was
Bobby
the
was
hip.
the hip, yours was the
Bobby
hip.
Palmasina
Yeah.
was the hip.
All right, see ya.
We're all getting parts. We're getting old. They are so fun. Did you hear they were fighting on the way?
And we have, I believe, 3 to be read into the record, 1 from Councilman Wilson, 2 from Councilman Mosley.
Councilman Wilson presents, and be it further resolved that the Council of the City of Pittsburgh hereby declares Saturday, June 15th, 2024 to be World Elder Abuse Awareness Day here in the City of Pittsburgh. Councilman Mosley presents, be it further resolved that the Council of the City of Pittsburgh does hereby declare Sunday, June 9th, 2024 to be Big Daddy Kane Day in the City of Pittsburgh. And Councilman Mosley also presents, be it further resolved, that the Council of the City of Pittsburgh does hereby declare Saturday, June 8th, 2024, to be Roland Ford Day in the City of Pittsburgh.
May we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? All proclamations have been approved. Our next order of business is public comment. I would like to remind everyone that the rules of council state that comments are limited to matters of concern, official action, or deliberation which may be before City Council. Profanity is not permitted. Our first registered speaker is Ryan Levert Patak. After you are called, please restate your name, provide your neighborhood for the record. You'll be given 3 minutes to speak. I do not see him online. Is Ryan Levert Patak with us? If not, our next registered speaker is Dr. Ronald Lynn Miller.
Dr. Ronald Miller, Belsuva, and Abuja, Nigeria. We need a Nigeria U.S.-American Kawanse, an alliance, an NAK. Abuja should be a brother or sister city of this city. You don't have one from Africa. I think that's a real big problem. With a black mayor, black leader of council, I don't understand this at all. On the Fifth Avenue in Abuja, there is a national Christian center, and across the street is the Anwar National Mosque. This is a great example of non-conflictual collaboration between 2 very different religions. I'm a Global Intelligence Society candidate for President in 2024, and I offer solutions via best information and intelligence that we can find, and via my Kawana Jiki Huda way, that's Hausa for brain, body, penetrate, Hanya. I really appreciate the work of biochemist Dr. Omo Wunmi Sadiq. She does a lot of work in detection, and she can be of great help to secure or make better the safety of this building and this room. A concern of this council is clearly internationalism, but I think you're falling down on this. From Africa, Nigeria, Hausa, Nigerian, Lokachi time, NAK should Kawana cherish both USA time, UST, 1 hour over, OK minus, Nigerian time, NT, 1 hour over is OK. I think you're on Nigerian time here. US American time for Shade Adu in 1993. Cherish on the Tonight Show, but UST 2011 in Milano, Italia. Benjamin Atunleza is from Nigeria. He's in the United States. It's AT&T in Squirrel Hill. He uses NT to get to work. Imprecise. However, when he is there, he uses UST in doing the work. He's precise. He's brilliant. I highly recommend going to his Office of Business. He's one of the reviewers of my syllabi for Introductions to Global Studies for each of 21 primary disciplines. I paid him for that, and I pay for anyone else who wants to do review for me for my publications. And my also brilliant daughter, Maria Miller, a reviewer for this as well, within the KJH Kata carbon 6 and calcium 20. I recommend $1 billion from the aid given to Israel per year that should go to the NAK for intertemporal cultural sharing, which would include Abuja to Pittsburgh.
Thank you. That exhausts our list of registered speakers. If there's anyone in chambers wishing to speak at this time, please come forward. Provide your name and neighborhood for the record. You'll be given 3 minutes to speak.
Hi, Pittsburgh City Council. Stormy from Union Street. I heard that you were going to vote on allocating funds for the Juneteenth parade this year, and I hope whomever the money is awarded to understands that Juneteenth is more than just a parade with your family and friends in it. Juneteenth is about freedom, and with this freedom, we are still obligated to help one another. The community wants not just a professional walk down the street. We want our leaders to do your due diligence to help the community in as much as you can. I'm begging Mr. Marshall, if he is given this money, to be more sensitive to the community. This is your chance to shine and do more. Stop talking and move more. The young people of Pittsburgh do not need French fries, hot dogs, and a hoop court. They need jobs. If you want to stop the violence, give them jobs. Happy Freedom Day. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Anyway, outside in the hall, there was a whole bunch of statements that are listed underneath Ed Gainey and helping the communities and going out into the communities. We recently just found out in Beachview that we were denied the funding for the National Night Out. In the 1930s, we had one of the nicest recreation centers at the corner of Sebring and Fallowfield. It's gone. We had a swimming pool. It's gone. We had the athletic associations. It's gone. We had the basketball league that met at St. Catherine's. It's gone. We have one national night out in August that the kids come, the community comes, our policemen come, our elected officials, if they choose to, they come, and it is one of the best nights, if not the only left best night to celebrate in Beachview for almost 100 years. Why? Whoever is listening, whoever made the decision to deny us the funding, why? It's the safest community in Pittsburgh. Why could we not get funding for the National Night Out? I'm sorry, but I'm beginning to believe that there is some wanton, is that how you pronounce it, deliberate denial of funding for Beachview. And I don't get it. The safest community, and they want to deny them one night of celebration? Ed Gainey, if you are listening, I don't care if you have to go and get a hat and pass it around. Get us the funding for that August event because we were looking forward to it. I don't have the money to put up. Oh, and by the way, the Phantom Bike Lane, could we at least paint that for safety purposes? This morning, 17 cars, I was in the middle of Broadway in the zebra line, and I usually travel down the bike lane, the Phantom Bike Lane. The cars on the Parkway morning of Beachview do not recognize people crossing in the middle of a bike lane. That's tomorrow. We're getting that thing painted green if I have to put green in the back of my chair and run down Broadway.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
All right. My name is Michael Boniel. Just moved to Pittsburgh here. I'd like to start with Psalm number 6. Lord, rebuke me not for the anger and wrath, not discipline me. Give me gracious to me, O Lord. I'm anguished, heal my bones. For I'm greatly troubled, Lord. But for how long? Deliver me for the sake of your steadfast love. And what I'd like to say is, according to my sources, the offices of OMI cannot investigate Ed Gainey in this administration because Ed Gainey is the one who has jurisdiction over the office of OMI. Now, we have $40 million in missing funds, miscreated ARC funds. We can't get the money for the night out. I mean, where is all the money going? Now, look, I was going to leave a few days ago or yesterday, and I didn't leave. I figured instead of cowering in fear, I'm going to die and stand like a man. You know, something needs to change here. Now, those in power that we've elected, like you up there on your pulpit, we need to either pick a side or take your act right and give people their money and do what's right for the city of Pittsburgh and the whole world. I mean, we as the people are tired of this, and you, the elected officials, need to do your job, do what's right for the city, do what's right for the people, and fix the system and fix the corruption. I'm tired of it, I'm tired of it, and I'm tired of it. Where we go one, we go all, and I'm gonna make America great again. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please. Next speaker, please. Seeing no further speakers, we'll move to the presentation of papers, beginning with Councilman Charlin, Chair of Human Resources. Councilman Coghill for Councilman Charlin.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Councilperson Charlin presents Bill Number 574, Resolution providing for the filing of applications by the Commonwealth of PA Department of Human Services for grants in connection with the Joint Jobs Initiative Program Employment Advancement and Retention Network, and providing for the authorization to enter into agreements with various agencies and to pay for expenditures for costs to support, implement, and administer the program. Cost not to exceed $3,828,594.
Thank you. Councilman Coghill, Chair of Public Safety and Wellness.
No new papers, Mr. President.
Thank you. Councilwoman Gross, Chair of Innovation, Performance, Asset Management, and Technology.
No new papers, Mr. President.
Thank you. Councilman Mosley, Chair of Intergovernmental Educational Affairs.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Councilman Mosley presents Bill Number 581, Resolution amending Resolution 507 of 2021, which authorized the City of Pittsburgh to enter into an agreement with the Pittsburgh Water and Sewer Authority for work in connection with the Flurryway project. The city will participate in the project and providing for the payment of the cost thereof not to exceed $859,137.09, an increase of $294,428.08 from the previously authorized amount.
Thank you. Councilwoman Kell Smith, Chair of Recreation, Youth, and Senior Services.
No new papers, Mr. President.
Thank you. Councilwoman Strasburger, Chair of Finance and Law.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Councilperson Strasburger presents Bill Number 575, Resolution providing for ratification and extension by the Council of the City of Pittsburgh of a declaration of disaster emergency for 180 additional days, thereby making the declaration effective until December 8, 2024, in response to the fire at the 2nd Avenue Commons Shelter. Bill 576, Resolution authorizing the issuance of a warrant in favor of Christopher E. Miles for arbitration services for an amount not to exceed $6,034.88 over 1 year. Bill 577, Resolution authorizing the execution of a quitclaim deed conveying all of the city's right, title, and interest in and to the city's owned property located in the 12th Ward of the city and designated in the Deed Registry Office of Allegheny County as Block and Lot 83S301, 124N3, 6, 8, 20, 29, 32, 42, 45, 76, 77, 85, 97, 99, 106, and 125A 371 to East Liberty Development, Inc., for consideration set forth herein relating to the full and final settlement of cases filed in the Allegheny County Court of Common Pleas at no cost to the city. Bill 578, Resolution authorizing the execution of quitclaim deeds conveying all of the city's right, title, and interest in and to the city-owned property located at 1039 Salter Way in the 23rd Ward of the city and designated in the Deed Registry Office of Allegheny County as Block and Lot 24F68 to Wang Mao for $7,500 relating to the full and final settlement of a case in the Allegheny County Court of Common Pleas over 1 year. And Bill 579, Resolution authorizing the execution of a quitclaim deed conveying all of the city's right, title, and interest, if any, into the city-owned property located at 425 Michigan Avenue in the 18th Ward of the city and designated in the Deed Registry Office of Allegheny County as Block and Lot 14 N99 to Johnny Juanita Muhammad for $7,500 relating to the final and full settlement of a case filed in the Allegheny County Court of Common Pleas over 1 year.
Thank you. Councilwoman Strasburger?
I'd like to make a motion to waive the rules of council so that Bill 575 appears on tomorrow's agenda.
Is there a second? Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Bill 575 will appear on tomorrow's standing committee agenda.
Thank you.
Takes us to Councilwoman Warwick, Chair of Public Works and Infrastructure.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Councilwoman Barb Warwick presents Bill number 580, resolution authorizing the mayor and the director of the Department of Public Works and/or the director of the Department of Finance to enter into a leases, subleases, and/or amendments for approximately 8,000 square feet at 294 Simple Street with the lessee, the Oakland Planning and Development Corporation, for the purpose of providing space to OPDC to provide various readiness and training programs for young people and adults in public community meetings and events for a 5-year period at no cost to the city.
Thank you. Councilman Wilson, Chair of Land Use and Economic Development.
No new papers, Mr. President.
Thank you. And for myself, we could begin with the sponsored resolution.
Council President Lavelle presents Bill number 589, resolution authorizing the mayor and the director of the Department of Mobility and Infrastructure to enter into an agreement or agreements with the Federal Highway Administration for the purpose of receiving and spending Reconnecting Community Pilot Program grant funds in the amount of $1,432,000 to support planning and engagement in the Manchester neighborhood.
Thank you. And now for the appointment.
Bill number 582, resolution reappointing Rhonda Neft as a member of the Ethics Hearing Board for a term to expire June 30th, 2027.
May we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Rhonda Neff will be reappointed to the Ethics Hearing Board. And now for the communication.
And Bill number 583, communication from Jake Pollack, Director of the Office of Management and Budget, submitting acting pay requests on behalf of the Department of Public Safety for Saskia Bolger for the acting pay policy revised in June 2018.
May we have a motion to read, receive, and file?
So moved.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The bill will be read, received, and filed. The next order of business is reports on committees for final action, beginning with Councilwoman Erica Strasburger, presenting on Committee of Finance and Law.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Councilperson Strasburger presents Bill number 568, reported to Committee on Finance and Law for June 5th, 2024, with an affirmative recommendation. Bill 527, resolution authorizing the issuance of a warrant in favor of Lamar Advertising in an amount not to exceed $24,247.15 over 1 year in full and final settlement of a claim for damage to Lamar Billboard number 3086 from a city ES recycling vehicle on September 19, 2023. Bill 528, resolution authorizing the issuance of a warrant in favor of Omar Wisi Kisi in an amount not to exceed $3,272.47 over 1 year in full and final settlement of a claim for damage to his parked vehicle from a city ES vehicle on June 23, 2023. Bill 529, resolution authorizing the issuance of a warrant in favor of Sedgwick as TPA for Trinity Health in an amount not to exceed $3,484.66 over 1 year in full and final settlement of a claim for damage to a vehicle from an accident with the City Department of Public Works vehicle on March 9, 2023. Bill 540, resolution amending Resolution 911 of 2023, which reappropriated Federal American Rescue Plan funding by updating the approved projects as outlined in Exhibit A, Version 7. Bill 541, resolution authorizing the mayor and the director, Office of Management and Budget, to enter into an agreement or agreements with the Poise Foundation in connection with services for a 2024 Juneteenth celebration for the sum of $125,000 over 1 year and for the payment of the cost thereof.
You have heard the reading and the title of the bills. Is there any discussion? If none, the bills are now ready for final action. All in favor of the passage of the bills will vote aye when their name is called. Those opposed vote no. Will the clerk please take the roll?
Mr. Charlin, Mr. Coghill,
Aye.
Ms. Gross,
Aye.
Mr. Mosley,
Aye.
Mrs. Kale Smith,
Aye.
Mrs. Strasburger,
Aye.
Mrs. Warwick,
Aye.
Mr. Wilson,
Aye.
Mr. Lavelle, President.
Aye.
8 ayes, 0 noes.
The bills having received the legally required number of votes is passed finally. That takes us to Councilwoman Barbara Warwick, presenting on the Committee of Public Works and Infrastructure.
Councilwoman Warwick presents Bill Number 569, reported to Committee on Public Works and Infrastructure for June 5, 2024, with an affirmative recommendation. Bill 530, resolution providing for a supplemental agreement or agreements with the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania's Department of Transportation for local costs associated with the State Route 0060 project, providing for the payment of the costs thereof not to exceed $7,590.37, an increase of $1,342.37 from the previously executed contract authorization.
You have heard the reading and the title of the bill. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, the bill is now ready for final action. All in favor of the passage of the bill will vote aye when their name is called. Those opposed will vote no. Will the clerk please take the roll?
Mr. Coghill,
Aye.
Ms. Gross,
Aye.
Mr. Mosley,
Aye.
Mrs. Kale Smith,
Aye.
Mrs. Strasburger,
Aye.
Mrs. Warwick,
Aye.
Mr. Wilson,
Aye.
Mr. Lavelle, President.
Aye.
8 ayes, 0 noes.
The bill having received the legally required number of votes is passed finally. That takes us to Councilman Bob Charlin, presenting on the Committee of Human Resources. Councilman Coghill for Councilman Charlin.
Mr. President.
Councilperson Charlin presents Bill Number 570, reported to Committee on Human Resources for June 5, 2024, with an affirmative recommendation. Bill 523, resolution providing for the issuance of a warrant in favor of Pittsburgh Community Broadcasting in an amount not to exceed $10,600 for advertising related to fair housing and equal employment opportunity for the year of 2024.
You have heard the reading and the title of the bill. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, the bill is now ready for final action. All in favor of the passage of the bill will vote aye when their name is called. Those opposed will vote no. Will the clerk please take the roll?
Mr. Coghill,
Aye.
Ms. Gross,
Aye.
Mr. Mosley,
Aye.
Mrs. Kale Smith,
Aye.
Mrs. Strasburger,
Aye.
Mrs. Warwick,
Aye.
Mr. Wilson,
Aye.
Mr. Lavelle, President.
Aye.
8 ayes, 0 noes.
The bills having received the legally required numbers of votes is passed finally. That takes us to Councilman Bobby Wilson, presenting on the Committee of Land Use and Economic Development.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Councilman Wilson presents Bill Number 571, reported to Committee on Land Use and Economic Development for June 5, 2024, with an affirmative recommendation. Bill 531, resolution authorizing the mayor and the director of the Office of Management and Budget to enter into an agreement or agreements with Urban Design Ventures, LLC, for services relating to the ongoing technical assistance and consulting related to the Home ARP program for a total not to exceed $120,000. And Bill Number 532, resolution authorizing the mayor and the director of the Office of Management and Budget to enter into an agreement or agreements with Urban Design Ventures, LLC, for services relating to the administration of the city's Community Development Block Grant, Emergency Solutions Grant, and Housing Opportunity for Persons with AIDS HOPWA programs for a sum not to exceed $105,000 over 3 years and for the payment of the cost thereof.
You have heard the reading and the title of the bills. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, the bill is now ready for final action. All in favor of the passage of the bills will aye when their name is called. Those opposed will vote no. Will the clerk please take the roll?
Mr. Coghill,
Aye.
Ms. Gross, Mr. Mosley,
Aye.
Mrs. Kale Smith,
Aye.
Mrs. Strasburger,
Aye.
Mrs. Warwick,
Aye.
Mr. Wilson,
Aye.
Mr. Lavelle, President.
Aye.
8 ayes, 0 noes.
The bill having received the legally required numbers of votes is passed finally. That takes us to Councilwoman Teresa Kale Smith, presenting on the Committee of Recreation, Youth, and Senior Services.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Madam.
Councilwoman Kel Smith presents Bill Number 572, reported to Committee on Recreation, Youth, and Senior Services for June 5, 2024, with an affirmative recommendation. Bill 526, resolution authorizing the mayor and the director of Parks and Recreation on behalf of the city of Pittsburgh to enter into financial sponsorship agreements with PNC Bank, Clearview Federal Credit Union, and Citizens Bank for the 2024 City of Pittsburgh Independence Day Festival and City Park Summer Concert Series at no cost to the city.
You've heard the reading of the title of the bill. Is there any discussion? If none, the bill is now ready for final action. All in favor of the passage of the bill vote aye when their name is called. Those opposed vote no. Will the clerk please take the roll?
Mr. Coghill.
Aye.
Ms. Gross.
Aye.
Mr. Mosley.
Aye.
Mrs. Kelsmith.
Aye.
Mrs. Strasburger.
Aye.
Mrs. Warwick.
Aye.
Mr. Wilson.
Aye.
Mr. Lavelle, President.
Aye.
8 ayes, 0 noes.
The bills having received the legal required number of votes is passed finally. And finally, that takes us to Councilwoman Deborah Gross, presenting on the Committee of Innovation, Performance, Asset Management, and Technology.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Councilwoman Gross presents Bill number 573, reported the Committee on Innovation, Performance, Asset Management, and Technology for June 5th, 2024, with an affirmative recommendation. Bill 524, resolution authorizing the mayor and the director of the Department of Innovation and Performance on behalf of the city of Pittsburgh to enter into an agreement or agreements or amendments thereto with Planet Technologies, Inc. for Microsoft product training and support at a cost not to exceed $315,000 over 3 years. Bill 533, resolution further amending and supplementing Resolution 539 of 2016 as amended, entitled authorizing the mayor, city clerk, and or director of the Department of Innovation and Performance to enter into a contract or contracts or agreements with Granicus, Inc. for software upgrades, server hosting services, and annual maintenance of Legistar agenda management and video streaming in order to extend the contract an additional 12 months for an additional cost of $51,895.94 for a total cost not to exceed $488,802.04.
You've heard the reading and the title of the bills. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, the bill is now ready for final action. All in favor of the passage of the bills vote aye when their name is called. Those opposed vote no. Will the clerk please take the roll?
Mr. Coghill.
Aye.
Ms. Gross.
Aye.
Mr. Mosley.
Aye.
Mrs. Kelsmith.
Aye.
Mrs. Strasburger.
Aye.
Mrs. Warwick.
Aye.
Mr. Wilson.
Aye.
Mr. Lavelle, President.
Aye.
8 ayes, 0 noes.
The bills having received the legal required numbers of votes is passed finally. That takes us to motions and resolutions. Is there anything from members? Councilwoman Strasburger.
Yes, thank you. I neglected to, apologies here, I'm pulling up, I want to make sure I get everything right. To ask for a moment of silence when we were doing that after the Pledge of Allegiance. And I'd like to note Shirley Goldstein, a constituent who passed away about a week ago at the age of 100. She was a small business owner and a mentor to countless female business owners throughout Pittsburgh. So if we could have a quick moment of silence.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else from members? If I have one thing, tomorrow morning is my son's 5th grade promotion, so more than likely it'll be long enough that I will not be able to attend the standing committee agenda. With that, I have one bill in Councilwoman Gross's committee, which authorizes the controller to do an audit of our IMP department for their spending on MWE and veteran contracts. It's just to establish a baseline of what our spending is within that department. The director is aware and supportive. The administration is aware, supportive. The controller is aware. I have one technical amendment that I need to have on the table tomorrow, Councilwoman Gross, so I'll make sure you have it. But just wanted to alert you to that since I more than likely won't be here.
Can I say something to that? I
Councilwoman
just
Smith.
want to thank you for making sure the veterans were added to that. That was something I did a long time ago. I added veterans to the contract. And I don't think people realize how many people that are coming out of the military and that are veterans now are minority, women, immigrants, people that have really served this country and deserve some help as well. So I just want to thank you for making sure that was added.
Thank you. Anything else from members? If not, we have meeting announcements. This afternoon at 1 o'clock, council will hold an executive session on Bill 576 as relates to litigation. Tomorrow, June 12th at 10 a.m., council will hold our regular standing committee meeting. Speaker registration will close tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. At 1:30 p.m., council will hold a cablecast public hearing on Bill 2330 relative to zoning map amendments on McKee Place in the 4th Ward. Speaker registration will close tomorrow at 12 p.m. To register to speak at these meetings, please fill out the sign-up form on the council meeting webpage or call the clerk's office at 255-2138. Motion to excuse the absent member, approve the minutes, and adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.